Hi guys, today we're going to be making a really easy summer dish. It's my grilled vegetable and orzo pasta salad. It's really light, it's vegetarian, and you can throw it together in a short period of time. So with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, so we're going to begin by getting all of our vegetables sliced up for grilling. As you can see, I'm using an easy trick here by taking off some of the zucchini to make the zucchini more stable while I'm slicing. And I'm also going to do that to the yellow squash. We're slicing all of our squash about a ½ inch thick. Using this trick to slice the cylinder shaped or the round vegetables makes it a lot easier for the beginner cook. That way the vegetable won't run all around on the cutting board from you. Probably by now you've figured out that you can use any of your favorite vegetables in this salad. These are just some of my favorites, and as an extra bonus, they're on sale. I love using the orange and the red peppers in recipes like this because when they're fresh, in their raw state, they're very sweet. And then when you grill them, they get even sweeter. So that just makes this recipe that much better. And then as you can see, I'm taking my time to go ahead and remove some of the ribs from those peppers. And I'm just going to keep on chopping up my vegetables. Time to give our vegetables a nice coat of extra virgin olive oil. I'm doing the onion first because I want the rings to stay together. So I'm just going to put those off to the side while I dress the other vegetables. I'm just going to toss them around. It's about ¼ cup of olive oil. And just make sure they're nice and coated. I'm going to be using Grand Diamond's lemon pepper. It's going to add a great zing and zest to the recipe, in addition to the fact that we're going to be using a lemon dressing. This recipe and all of the seasonings you're seeing me use today can be found at gdseasoning.com. I'm just going to be using a few teaspoons of each. That way I can season to my own taste. You be sure and do the same. I'm also adding some granulated garlic because I love garlic, and I know in this case the fresh garlic would probably burn. So that's the way I'm going to get away with that. After about 4 or 5 minutes, your zucchini and your squash will be ready to turn over. If you are using an open grill, a cast iron grill like I am, turn on your exhaust fan. Next, I grilled all of the peppers and the onions, and those take about 6 minutes on each side, so I can go in with the orzo pasta. This orzo pasta is shaped like rice. Isn't that neat? So it's really small, and it's great for recipes like this because it resembles rice, but it's actually a pasta. So it's really easy to cook, and it cooks about 9 minutes or so. Read the manufacturer's directions before you start the cooking process. Now I'm just going to go back over to our onions and peppers, and we're just going to give them a turn. They caramelize beautifully on this cast iron grill top. I am loving this piece of equipment. I been dying to get it for a few months, and I finally got it not too long ago, and you guys have been seeing me use it. I think I need to review this item because there are some downsides to it, and I'll be willing to share those with you if you want me to. By the way, don't be afraid if your peppers jump like that. That's just the skin popping open because of the charring process. But all of our vegetables are done, so is our pasta. And we're just going to give it a drain. Now this orzo pasta has to be drained through a fine mesh strainer. You can't use a regular strainer because it'll fall straight through. And when it's done, it's nice and fluffy, and it's just a little bigger than it was in its original uncooked state. So really easy pasta to work with. Now we're going to make the lemon vinaigrette, which is equal parts fresh squeezed lemon juice and extra virgin olive oil, little salt, little pepper, and we're just going to give it a quick whisk. I'm making the vinaigrette at this point because I want to go ahead and pour it over the warm pasta. That way the pasta still has a chance to absorb a lot of the flavors from the vinaigrette. This recipe is not only easy, but it also is inexpensive, and it travels really well, making it a prime candidate for cookouts and potlucks. I'm going to give all of the vegetables a good dice. I like to make sure the pieces are still recognizable once they're cut. I don't like to chop them up so small that people won't be able to recognize what it is. So that's a good rule of thumb to use when you're chopping up your vegetables. You don't have to chop them up into oblivion. But just a nice bite-sized dice where people can still recognize the type of vegetables that you put into the recipe. Now I'm just going to take some fresh basil, You can also take some fresh parsley, but I love basil, so I try to use it any chance I get. Just open up the leaves, and then I'm going to roll them into each other like a little small cigar, and just chop them up into small ribbons. You can do about 1/4 cup or so of basil. Lastly, I'm going to add some grape tomatoes that have been cut in half and just give the dish a nice stir. I hope you guys have enjoyed this recipe as much as I have. I want to thank you guys so much for watching and thank you for your support. And remember, these recipes and a whole lot more can be found at gdseasoning.com. And I'll see you next time.